Now here's a queen bee, and look at the size of the pollen sacs on her legs. Absolutely full of pollen, which is amazing. And this is a Bombus terrestris. Definitely and there's lots of them. She's not the only one. They're all queens though at this time of the year. Well, the daffodils are all in full bloom now, and at the same time they have a beautiful fragrance. For some reason it takes a few days before they get any kind of scent, always with daffodils, and many people think they don't have a scent because when they check them when they open up, but they actually have a lovely scent, and the scent gets onto the air as well. It's the scent of spring. Well, it's late February and it's very cold in the shade, but it's lovely and warm. It's actually hot. It feels hot in the sunshine. I actually feel hot here. If you're in a shady place, I'm here in the shady garden. This is actually a really old garden, which used to be an orchard, and in this little garden, this is where we get the tawny mining bees every year, which are the really rare bees. So I don't like to disturb it much. I just leave it to itself. As you can see, the grass just grows its own way. There is a little pond, and there's some frogs, and there's lots of birds here, like blackbirds and robins. I try to make sure that I don't attract some of the wrong birds which will feed on the grubs of the bees, so I don't put food out here. And hopefully the bee population was very small last year, but hopefully it'll come back. But what I'm planning to do now this weekend is spot my first butterfly of the year. I haven't managed to see any butterflies yet, but it's sunny and warm. Now, it wouldn't be necessarily warm enough for butterflies to be out for any length of time, but it's the sort of weather that if the butterflies are in a sheltered place and the sun's shining, they will come out. If they're hibernating butterflies, like small tortoiseshell, red admiral, peacock, they might actually come out of hibernation. But there's also a chance of seeing an actual butterfly that's hatched out from a pupa this year, like one that's gone through the transformation, and it will be the first proper butterfly of the year. So it could be speckled wood or something like that. There's a good chance of seeing something like that, so I'm keeping an eye out. And sometimes even holly blues can come out really early, but this will be a bit too early maybe for them. So it'll be fun to see if I can find a butterfly. And as long as you've got sunny weather, even on a cold day, and it is the end of February though, we're heading into March, there's a good chance of finding a butterfly. And I would almost put money on it being a small tortoiseshell, because they hibernate in massive numbers and they come out very late in the autumn, and so there's a very good chance of finding one of those. Also, it's a Sunday, so there's a lot of traffic on the road and cyclists, so if there is one around, it will probably stay away from the road and come into a garden. But I'll have a look around and see, hopefully find one sunbathing somewhere. And that's a very nice bench to sit on in the sunshine. I do recommend it.